one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. You get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday night prime time. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. A run once more with Hampton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Herbert now. Deflection, and this is going to be a touchdown. For these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Mayfield. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Done.
Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Run, run, run. 180! What's that?
Mayfield to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Run!
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
180. Real. Hurry. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. Down the right sideline. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff 14.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run. Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
180! Regular! Alert! Stop! To throw, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
180! Hey, alert 33! What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10.
Good. 180. What's that?
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
King, 180. Up, left. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
throwing, Mayfield. Austin brings in the quick throw.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
King!
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Run.
Now Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, ram.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Now Hill to return it.
Powering his way forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Hurry! 180! What's up?
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now again, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Herbert off of play action. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Harris, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have regained the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 14-10.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
Oh, look at the juke.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks. Still on his feet. He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Chiefs 17, Chargers 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second and 12.
Go.
Here's Herbert. Harris has it over the middle.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
59, 59.
Now it's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Passing game's been going quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Black 80, black. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Go.
Here's Herbert. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. The guy has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Home troops right. Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. That's complete. Lambert Smith. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And it's caught. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They finds Austin complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Mayfield is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The dangerous Hill now to return. And some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
At the 23-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Kings! 180! Hey, alert 33! Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
180! Hey, alert!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up on second down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
180! Done!
Here's Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Calvin Austin, 58 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chargers 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Baylor Tiger. Ready.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hey, go Lion. Hey, Kappa.
Herbert now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Delta.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. For the left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sidelines. He could not come up with that football.
Moment looks right.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Given
credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Nice little juke. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Hey, we got to switch it up. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run, run, run. Alert, 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 alert. Pistol, pistol, pistol. Stop.
Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Complete to Austin here over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Hurry, hurry. 180. Hurry. Regular, regular, regular.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. to throw, Mayfield.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chargers 20. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First down, Chargers.
59.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that. A little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Herbert throwing again. He'll try and do this himself. And he is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Chiefs 10-yard line.
Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As expect it. He's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
21. 380. Ram. Hey, ram. Hey, go Lion.
Now it's Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Hurry. 180. Done.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking decisions, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
They'll run again with Jackson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 5.
What's up?
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
King.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
180. What's up?
Pacheco gets it up the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
What's up?
Headed straight is Pacheco. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Real.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
What's up?
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Muscles him off. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Butker on for the PAT. This no good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Cap it.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before is out of bounds. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Again, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the same.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. Railroad. 180! Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Going up top. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing way. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Count. 5-9.
Again, it's Hampton.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last throw here for Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically